Hey everyone, Pesmori here, and welcome to Trials of Innocence. Whew, we're back again. The scenery at the park entrance is just the same as a while before. What did you expect? Yeah, with such a beautiful landscape, why don't we just have a picnic? I don't think so. Ha! I expect you of all people to like that. Wow! How did you know what I was gonna say before I even said it? Plum has the eyes of Horus Heresy. Okay, no one knows that game. Never mind. I find it quite sad that I can predict what's coming from your unusual brain, too. Upon careful thought, since the crime scene is in the mine, does that mean the murderer can craft? The surface part of the park probably isn't directly related to the case, right? Are you sure? Not to miss any info, we should still investigate here. Okay. Is it my imagination? Or is the tree a bit crooked? Why would they place such a tree in the entrance? Wouldn't a straight one be better? Luna, this kind of tree is called a guest greeting pine. You really don't have any common sense. Of all people. You know what? Whatever. Fine. Is that so? I don't think this kind of knowledge will help me become a good lawyer, so no need to know. Wow! Your stubborn look makes you even cuter! It's really embarrassing to have less common sense knowledge than her. Huh. Hold it. This seems to be a footprint under the pine tree. It must be someone accidentally stepping in while walking and playing on their phone. Could be. They're probably playing the popular anime game Eggshin. Okay, that one requires a bit more effort. I'll give you guys that. Eggshin what? Tin Pact? She can even come up with details while taking notes. Huh, what kind of shoes will correspond to the size and the pattern of the footprint? It is from Mr. McConn's leather shoes. Can't you tell? You can? You can tell? Whenever I see someone, I remember all the sizes and style of their clothing from head to toe. How can I be a top-notch writer without this level of observation skill? Huh. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Maybe her investigative skills are pretty good. Also, his face looks like a duck egg, so I guess he must be playing Eggshin? Suddenly becoming unreliable again. You know Plum. Forget it. Regardless, the footprint under the guest greeting pine seems weird. From the soil traces and the depth of the footprint, clearly it's left this morning. The tree pit isn't on any path that leads to the destination, so what was the person stepping in here thinking? I don't think he was. If it truly belongs to Mr. McCon, what was he up to? Shut it, phone. Wait, what else? The sign at the entrance reads, Foxtail Mine Park. The park is so big, yet the door plate is so small. What do you expect, man? Yeah, if it were up to me, I would hang a huge flying saucer in the sky and drape a banner with the park's name on it. Flying saucer? It doesn't seem to fit a mine park, does it? How about someone whose name is Steve? Or maybe a chicken jockey. By the way, if you're wondering how the film reaction is in Singapore, it's quite tame. Of course, we all followed the meme lines, but there was no, well, unruly behavior. Best crowd ever. I'd go again. Better than the Miku movie. How about a flying saucer with an excavator on it? Okay. Why does it have to be a flying saucer? Last time when I went to the Lemon Village, I saw a mirror of this kind on the mountain road. Let me tell you, it's a wide-angle mirror. I know, it's used to expand the driver's field of view. It's common knowledge. His sinister claws were itching while the vulnerable woman walked along the quiet path, completely unaware. Is that the opening of a novel? All of this was captured by another pursuer through the wide-angled mirror at the park entrance. And to be continued in the next episode. No! Come on. This is an introduction to the park, right? Huh, what does it say? It says that this is a great lode with a substantial amount of untapped natural gas. Huh, that is amazing. When Mr. McCon finishes extracting it, maybe my gas bill will decrease? You've thought so far ahead. But it seems that large-scale extraction of natural gas is not allowed here. Why? In 1987, a boy's head got bitten off by an animatronic. We call that the bite of 1987. Oh boy. I just couldn't help myself. I tried for like 10 seconds to hold it back. I couldn't. I'm sorry. I do it again. I regret nothing. I apologize. But like, still, you know? I would say sorry, not sorry, but that phrase is overrated. Sorry, but it's not my fault. Yeah. Sorry, but it's not my fault. In 1987, the National Geological Survey confirmed that there is an abundant natural gas deep in Foxtail Mine Park. However, excessive extraction may endanger the entire region, so some mining areas have been sealed off and abandoned. That's what it says here. Whoa! Is it the kind of natural gas that could explode that could blow up the entire city with one axe drop? There's no such gas! And who would use an axe to extract gas? But according to the intro, the places that haven't been sealed off should be safe for extraction. What is this room for? It must be the park's interrogation room. It's filled with handcuffs, leg irons, electric chairs, and guillotines, which are used to punish visitors who don't pay tickets. Can a guillotine even fit in there? I mean, it's perspective, so maybe. But I mean, to be honest, if people knew that there was a guillotine in the room, no one would do crime there. It'll be the safest place on earth. And for the special punishment for perverts, like creepy 40, 50-year-old men who like, harassing women. Instead of cutting off their heads with the guillotine, they cut off their doing-a-loings. Turning it from a doing-a-loing to a doing. That'll teach him. That needs to be normalized. Just ignore her. I wish she was onto something. The door is locked, but we can peek inside through the blinds. I can vaguely see a sofa, desk, display cabinet. It should just be a regular duty room. Boring. Let me think. A seemingly ordinary duty room, yet it leaves the marks of countless visits from death. From the death. What do you think of that sentence? Can we talk about those ominous sentences after we finish investigating? No. Okay. I don't think there's anything else. Luna, where are we going to investigate now? I have no idea. Do you have any thoughts? How about we investigate the lady selling roasted sweet potatoes over there? I think those sweet potatoes are so sussy. They might be disguised yams. Let's buy one and test it out. Just say if you want one. You've been here for quite a while now, huh? Have you noticed anything? Huh? Me? Yes, no matter what, you're my senior. Besides, haven't you been writing detective novels all along? She's surprised that she was supposed to be built for this. That's right. For the sake of research, even I have heard about many bizarre cases. Like a case in Kamurocho. I don't know. What's it called? Yeah, and I've heard of cases that the police seek help from detective novelists when faced with unsolved cases. So why don't you help me and offer some ideas? Huh, I didn't expect that you would actually need me. So you knew that you were causing trouble for me. Based on the info I have, the biggest question in the case is why the victim was here. It seems it's something I've been wondering about too. According to my deduction, a 70-year-old man coming to a park early in the morning can only mean one thing. What's that? He must be here for morning exercises. Morning exercises in an abandoned mine? Are you stupid? No, in the park. And then he got lured to the mines or something. It's a park. It's a mine and a park, okay? Let's mine park. Wait, why did I say that? So, he could have actually gone to exercise, and then Maybe something caught his attention. Someone lured him down there. And then murdered him? The elderly usually get up early and come to parks for exercises, don't they? Times are changing. Who can promise they won't do morning exercises in abandoned mines? Never mind. However, she hit the nail on the head with one thing. Why did the village chief, who should have been hundreds of miles away from Lemon Village, come to this place? Under what circumstance would an elderly person from a remote mountain village come all the way to the city and then specifically go to an abandoned mine located 150 meters underground? What could it be if not for morning exercises? But I wouldn't do it anyway because it has cost me a plane ticket. I don't think money is the main issue. Wait, a plane ticket? Or is it a train ticket? Lemon Village isn't that far from the park, so one can take a long-distance bus to get here. But it suddenly occurs to me that whether it's booking a plane ticket, train ticket, long-distance bus ticket, or an old man who lives in an isolated village without a guide to help him, it would be very difficult for him to come here alone, right? Makes sense. Oh, I know! The killer is the person who helped him book the ticket. No, it can't be Alter. Oh. Yes, it's Alter. Arrest him. Yes. Yeah, he did the murder. Arrest him. Yeah, you did a good job, Plum. Very good. So when are we gonna arrest Alter? That's just absurd. No it's not. Arrest him. Please. Do it. If he's not guilty for murder, he's guilty of something else. And if not now, then later on. I hope those words are not used against me. The one in Lemon Village, capable of helping the village chief book tickets online. Although I don't want to admit it, someone's face has appeared in my mind. In a nightmare. Nah! Why? But you know what? No, I don't. No. I still have his phone number. Let me try if I can get through to him. Hello? Yes, it's you! I'm sorry? Last time I thought about his loser face, I almost deleted his number. Why didn't you? Luckily I didn't. Otherwise I'd have to go back to that remote mountain area again. Is this the otaku? Hey, don't call me the otaku! Show some respect! Even if I am an otaku, please call me a tech otaku. They're pretty much the same to me. Bruh, if I could be even half as useful as Alter. I wouldn't be this much of a failure, I mean, yes, Alter is someone who I'd throw into jail. But in terms of usefulness, he is 10 times more useful than me. He set up the whole technological infrastructure in a village single-handedly. I have single-handedly delayed constructions of train stations and flats. Yeah. I'm in the middle of a game. What's up? Is it because the Verity Lens broke? No, it's still fine and quite useful. Of course. After all, I'm not just some ordinary otaku, but an otaku with all advanced technology skills. Wait, hold on. I have a question for you. Did you help the village chief book a ticket a few days ago? Yeah. Yeah, I did help him book a long-distance bus ticket. What? Does he know? So it was you after all. Do you know why the chief came to the city? Why ask? How would I know? Oh boy, he doesn't know. He took a delivery for someone and suddenly said he wanted to visit your place. So I helped him book a ticket. So you don't know why he came here either? Now that you mention it, the village chief seemed to be avoiding the question all along. Even when I helped him buy the ticket, he told me to keep it a secret. Secret? Does it mean the other villagers still don't know the village chief has already left the village? I think so. Anyway, he hardly ever leaves his house. Why are you asking these questions? Ah, boy. So, you haven't watched the news today? News? Come on, I never watch that stuff. Is that so? Then maybe you'd better not watch TV or go online today. Huh? You know what? No. Maybe it's better if you hurry and check the news. What's going on? I'm busy right now, so I'll hang up. Wait, hold on. Your call recording has been saved. Please check it in the call log. Oh boy. The village chief was murdered and Annie was taken as a suspect. How the hell can I tell him these things? How? Now, the reason for his visit in the park is completely unclear, and he deliberately kept it from the villagers. What on earth is the reason for this? Oh, finally found you guys. Mr. Vacan, what brings you here? I was talking to the police about the investigation and it hit me. If you guys are going to check out the mine, I gotta take you down there myself. Huh? Why? Here's the thing. To keep the number of miners down, the cage is set to make round trips only every 30 minutes. Yeah, I know. We're planning to wait for the next one. No, you don't have to. Making you wait would just be bad hosting. I've got a keycard that lets you run the cage anytime. I see. That's very kind of you. No problem. It's really nothing. By the way, just to confirm, how many of those keycards are there? Only one. It's always with me. Just picture the chaos if there were more. Imagine that. Yeah. I see. Alright, follow me to the transport area. I'll take you down. Okay. Even though there are still questions I want to ask, the priority now is to take a look at the scene. Here, let me swipe my card. Card? You mean cards? Like plural? Wow, he truly lives up to his wealthy status. He even swiping a card with such style. Got it. I removed the restrictions off the cage. Even if I'm not around today, you can still use it freely. That's great. But since you two are new here, navigating the mine area can be tricky. I'll tag along for the trip down. Wow. Then please. A distance of 150 meters, nearly 50 floors high. I thought it would take a long time to come down. The cage runs smoothly, but the speed is quite fast. Just as stated in the instruction, the journey took less than 30 seconds. So this is the mine. It's truly breathtaking. Whoa, finally down! So excited! The mine is really vast. Thanks to the lighting system, visibility is much better than I expected. In this deep, dark abyss, of all who learn the truth will be buried forever. Is this sentence stunning? Stunning? More like startling. So, my park is quite grand, isn't it? Well, grand is the best word to describe this place. Sure thing. You guys go ahead and poke around here. I'll just chill nearby and catch my breath. The crime scene is in the abandoned area. We may have to go deeper. But in this area, we might find some clues. What's this? A trash bin? Search it. Whoa, this is where crucial clues are usually hidden. Let's see it thoroughly. Let's search it thoroughly. Nothing. No trash, and it still dares to be called a trash can? It's not just here. The entire mine view zone seems to be cleaned thoroughly. Is that so? I thought McCon was a careless person. Hey, he's right here. Oh, don't mind it. I'm a rough guy anyway. Never cared what others called me. A rough guy can make it big. Just enough to show up those so-called intellectuals. Are you implying me? He unintentionally dissed you back. Very good. He's like, yes, I'm rough, but I'm also rich. Bitch. So, you know. Behind this glass door is the cage we took when going down. Its shape is really lacking in uniqueness. If I were to design it, I would definitely make it look like a spaceship. Are you Ben from the Lego movie? Then it would get stuck halfway. Normally the cage only goes back and forth every half an hour. But with things as they are, I've made an exception and fired it up for you. Thanks. By the way, besides the cage, is there any other way to get down here? If you're asking whether there's another entrance for folks to come and go, no. There is the only one. So does that mean the mine has become a locked room that only opens every 30 minutes? Yeah, this one. The caves are interconnected, and you can see the edges at a glance. Mr. McCon, what's over there? Over there? Nothing. It's empty. Huh? We started digging, thinking there was coal during the survey. But guess what? We found nothing. Since we already kicked things off, we can't just let it go to waste. Why not throwing a carousel for the kids? Or a carousel? Would kids really come here? Whoa! Carousel? I want to be the first to ride it. I forgot there's already one right in front of me. What's this? A giant pot for receiving TV signals? This is a wireless signal booster I picked up last year. Signal booster? Yep, just imagine all those folks in the mine not being able to use their phones. What a headache that might be. So I threw down some cash and snagged this thing. I'm sure this some cash must be an unimaginable amount of money to me. Now you can make calls and send text anywhere in the mine. Isn't that great? That's so cool! I'm going to call Luna right now. I won't answer. Although my signal only has 2 bars, it's enough for calls and texts. So during the incident, people in the mine can stay in communication with the surface, right? The gate is also blocked by the iron fence. Mr. McCon, what's behind the gate? Oh, it's the working section. This is where the miners usually do their thing. Setting the entrance to the working section in the mine view zone, wouldn't that affect the visitors? Nope, not at all. They work 12 hours a day. They start before the park opens and finishes later than it closes. Visitors won't even catch a glimpse of a miner. I have the urge to hang him on a lamppost. Typical billionaire. Wow. Yeah, wow. Look at this face look at his face. Yeah, I exploit people. I overwork them. Hee hee. Yeah. A bar on the fence is broken. Luna, could it be you? Wow! A bar on the fence is broken. Luna, could it be you? I didn't even touch it. Huh, strange. When did it break? Yeah, today? It was fine last time I checked. Gotta ring someone to come and sort this crap out. Judging from the broken joints, it does seem to be deliberately damaged. Steel bars that make up the fence have a diameter of 4 centimeters. It's not something ordinary people can break. But you just said it was me! You're not ordinary. However, the gaps between the fence were already wide, so it's easy for a person of normal size to crawl through. If it's just for passage, breaking it seems completely meaningless, doesn't it? A wanted poster! How come there's a wanted poster in a place like this? Well, let me see. The closure days for the working section in December are... Huh. Hey, it says work schedule notice right here in big letters. So it's not a work poster. How boring. Just ignore her. Let me see. The closure days of this month are the 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, and 19th. Huh. I remember Mr. McCon mentioning that today is also a closure day, right? But there's no December 22nd listed on the notice. I know. It must be because the miners had hot pot together last night ended up in the hospital. Her imagination is running wild again. Anyway, both Mr. McCon and Mrs. McCon mentioned that this morning that today is indeed a closure day of the mine. Could it be because of the murder? The mine's closure should have been scheduled at least a day ahead. The discussion doesn't sound like a spur-of-the-moment choice. Could there be other events in the mine today? I need to check with Mr. McCon about it later. If I read the map correctly, this is the abandoned area behind the door. Yep, even though it's useless, it's still part of the mine. Did you install this wire fence? Huh, no way. Can't you see the rust and holes in the wire? When I bought the mining area inside has been left to rot for decades. If I were to fix it, I have to put up a gold-plated fence or something. Couldn't help but imagine. It just doesn't seem to fit. There's a big hole in the wire fence. Not just me, even someone the size of Luna can squeeze through. Don't talk like I'm fat. Based on how you're eating, you should be. I'm jealous of you. Mr. McCon, do you often visit the abandoned area? Nope. That place can't be mined, and there's nothing worth a second look. We just don't bother going in. Maybe it's cause no one's been on the ball about keeping it clean that the incident went down this morning. If only I could have put that gold-plated fence earlier. So you really plan to put one up? If this is the only entrance of the abandoned area, the victim must have crawled in from here, right? Huh, makes sense. What could be behind the wire fence that prompted the village chief to go through such trouble? Okay, you pretty much finished investigating the mine view area. Let's head deeper now. Wow, I lost track of time. If we don't head up now, my wife will start worrying. How about you guys explore around for a bit on your own? I'll head out first. Mr. McCon, please wait. There's something I'm still curious about. I would like to ask you. You know what? Yeah, I see. Well, since they ain't too busy down here today, I'll give you another 30 seconds. That's not enough. Just kidding. But seriously, my wife will worry if I'm late, so let's make it snappy. Okay. Standard procedure? Okay, time for talk. Mr. McCon, when did you buy this mine? It's been ages since I bought it, but turning it into a park? That's only happened in the past couple of years. So, do you find this place interesting? Of course! It's like a perfect setting for a murder scene! Yeah. Can it be considered a compliment? The crime scene occurred in this dim and mysterious space, isolated from the world. Whoa, so exciting! Isolated from the world? That's a good line. But my mind ain't that backward. Are you referring to the signal booster we saw? Yeah. As long as it's there, you can make calls and texts from any corner of the mine. Is there Wi-Fi here? Wi-Fi? Oh, you mean wireless internet, right? I know about that. I asked the experts about it. If we wanted Wi-Fi, we have to run a 100-meter long cable down here from the surface. And I need to set up loads of these. What do you call them? Routers? Yeah, that's the name. Could I afford it? Yeah, sure. With a bit of cash it's doable. But it's not worth it, you know? What he calls a bit of cash is probably a number I can't imagine. It's okay if there's no Wi-Fi, but what about TV and radio? The signal booster only works for phones. The other stuff? No. How can the miners work without Wi-Fi or TV? The miners can't work with those things around. Mr. McCon, are there two entrances over there leading to the abandoned area and the working section, respectively? Yeah, exactly. Nobody usually goes near the abandoned area, and the working section's usually fenced off. So, does it mean to access those areas from the surface, we have to pass through the minefield zone? Yep. The abandoned area's been out of use for years, and there's no pathway connecting it to the working section. Can we investigate those areas when you're not around? Sure, you came all this way, so of course, you gotta check out the whole place. Feels like we're being treated as visitors. Anyway, the wire fence at the abandoned area is already busted open. Wanna go in? Sure, why not? As for the iron fence in the working section, oh shoot, I rushed down here and forgot to unlock it in the duty room. It's okay. I found the gaps in the fence are quite wide. With our body sizes, we can manage to squeeze through without any problems. Oh, really? It's no problem for you, but it's a huge problem for me. Huh? If the iron fence can be accessed easily, then what's the point of having it? Guess I'll have to get one of those vault doors from the bank to replace it. Isn't that a bit much? Alright, I really can't stick around much longer. I gotta go. Oh, but just one more question, please. Another one? Really? You guys are thorough with your work. If I were your boss, I'd give you a bonus. Chief isn't that generous. Mr. McCon only gave me a rough idea of his actions before and after the incident. He can't be ruled out as a suspect, so it's best to ask more carefully. Mr. McCon, if you don't mind me asking, where did you go and what did you do during the morning before and after the incident? So you're asking me for an alibi? You should have said so earlier. Cops could have asked me this a bunch of times already. Well, I've already told you what I did this morning. I'm not implying anything. I just want to gather some information from your words. I see, no problem. Please tell us more details about the morning. Sure. This morning, I came to the park, as usual, planning to check the equipment down in the mine. Before heading down, I had breakfast in the duty room. My wife made me a tuna sandwich herself. Oh man, the tuna, the sauce, the veggies, they were so delicious. That's too detailed. Oh, by the way, have you met my wife yet? How is she? Is she lovely? Yes, yeah, she's indeed a rare beauty. Of course she is. My wife is the sweetest, kindest, most gentle. She looks like Meiko from Hatsune Miku. Mr. Bacon, let's focus on the case. Sorry. I get carried away when I talk about her. Male fantasy right there. Where were we? Oh yeah, sandwich. After finishing the sandwich, I felt a bit sleepy, so I laid my head down on the table for a nap. I don't even know how long I slept. All I know is my wife woke me up when she came by to check on me. You fell asleep? Was it before or after the incident? I don't know when the incident happened, so I can't answer that question. But I'm sure I've been sleeping in the duty room all morning. I woke up and I was about to head down when the cops showed up. This reaction. What's wrong? You okay? I'm fine. The Verity Lance is reacting to Mr. McCon's words. Good. The medical room's shut today too. So if you got any problems, I'm not sure what we can do. Is that so? Either way, Mr. McCon was lying just now. Or he's hiding something? I haven't investigated the scene yet, and I'm short on evidence. This is going to be tough. But if I don't seize the opportunity now, he'll leave the mine. I don't know if I'll get another chance today. What should I do? Should I break his defense now?
Longinus, Kido!
Whoa! Wow! Luna! The thing you're holding is so cool! It can even make a sound! What's that? Looks pretty good. How about I buy it off you to hang my umbrellas? Name your price. This isn't for sale. I brought it out to, admire, yeah! Why do I always end up feeling embarrassed whenever I bring it out? Not for sale? What a pity. I was gonna drop $100,000 on it to make my wife happy. $100,000? Wait, Luna, calm down. No, it's not for sale. So, Mr. McCon, there's something I need to confirm with you. Sure, go ahead. So the thing about 100 grand... No, that's not the question. What are you talking about? Get a grip. Stay calm. Oh, that bass. Okay. Oh man, I'm feeling so dizzy right now. That bass is honestly so soothing. Although we've only met recently, I don't get the feeling that Mr. McCon is the scheming, lying type. The big question now is, what is he hiding from us and why? This won't do. I have very little information at hand, and I'm clueless. And Mr. McCon is in a hurry to leave. Someone accustomed to being in charge like him probably won't have a good temper. So I must probe cautiously while extracting info. Alright, here we go! Mr. McCon? You said that you spent the whole morning sleeping in the duty room. Yeah? Why? I don't know the reason, but if you can't tell the truth, I'll be in a tight spot. What are you talking about? Where else could I go if not the duty room? I don't know where you went, but at least you didn't stay quietly in the duty room. Well, what do you mean? This piece of evidence proves you stepped out of the duty room this morning.
That's it!
Mr. McCon, there's a strange footprint under the guest greeting room outside your duty room. But... oh, that piano. Footprint? I don't know whose it is, but definitely not mine. Huh? The mine's closed today, and there are fewer visitors than usual. But anyone who wants to enter can do so. Probably some dumb tourist walking around, staring at their phone and accidentally stepped in. That explanation sounds similar. But what he's saying makes sense. Just based on a single footprint, it doesn't prove anything. This could be tricky. So, what are you getting at? Think you can mess with me? You're still too green. What should I do? Do I have any other evidence to prove he left the duty room? This won't do. I just arrived here and I don't have much evidence at hand. Plus the footprint hasn't been identified. Even if it's obvious, I can't say it belongs to him. We aren't in a courtroom. Even if I use some tactics, it should be fine, right? Mr. McCon, you better not deny it anymore because... Plum, help me please. I've been trying to figure out what you're up to. How can I help? It's just, for example, about the footprint? Oh, that's easy. Mr. McCon's leather shoes are from this year's spring collection size 43. Worn for about 8 months. There's a thin, shallow scratch in the center of the right shoe's heel. Looks like it was caused by a razor? Though I don't know why you'd use a razor to scratch your shoe heel, this scratch is also reflected in the footprint. This unique pair of shoes left behind a unique footprint that couldn't belong to anyone else. Whoa! You can figure all that out? Apparently. That scratch? My Mastiff was playing with my razor and scratched it all up. I can't picture the scene at all. Anyway, this footprint shows not only you left the duty room, but also visited the guest greeting pine area. Mr. McCon, could you please cooperate with our investigation and explain the matter clearly? You two are truly heroines. Amazing. It worked. Bringing Plum along was definitely a right move. Somehow. Alright, there's nothing to hide. Yes, I did stand under the guest greeting pine for a bit. But so what? It's my park, my tree. Can't I stand under it if I want to? That's not what I meant. Mr. McCon, if you think it's perfectly normal, why did you choose to keep it from me? If it weren't for Plum's keen observation, you probably wouldn't have told me about it, right? Well, investigating a murder case is no joke. Continuing to conceal information will only increase your suspicion. You really think I killed someone? That's crazy talk. I was just standing by the tree having a smoke. Oh, right. I was smoking by the tree. My wife doesn't allow me to smoke, so I didn't tell you earlier. Wow, Mr. McCon doesn't even smoke? This lie won't pass my sharpness. No matter how you ask, I just ain't saying a thing. Just give up on it. No, conventional methods won't break through his defenses. Perhaps I have to rely on guessing. Mr. McCon, the reason you stood under the guest greeting pine was because you want to stand under the tree to peep behind the tree trunk. What? Don't be absurd. My wife's stunning. Why would I need to peep at anyone else? I didn't say you were peeping at anyone. Why would you jump to that conclusion? You must be worried about getting caught peeping at others, which is why you were hiding it from me. Who do you think I am? If I were peeping, I would only be peeping at my wife. So you hid behind the tree to peep at your own wife? Why would I need to peep at my own wife? I could just look at her out in the open. This conversation's going nowhere. I need to steer the conversation back on track before it gets too far from the case. Anyway, if it wasn't for peeping, it must have been for some other reason. I can't figure out why he would need to stand under the tree. And no matter what I would say, he would just brush it off as, I own this place, bitch! If that's the case, I have to provoke him. I don't know what you were doing down there, but it must have been some pretty shady business. Shady business? What nonsense! It's my park and I'm just standing there, checking things out. What's with the insults? It worked. I'm no sleazy businessman, so don't go throwing around terms like that just because you got a fancy degree. I thought he'd look a bit angrier. I'm sorry, and I take back what I said just now. But it looks like you're admitting to it, huh? Well, what do you mean? You said you were standing there to keep an eye on things. May I ask what you were keeping an eye on? I slipped up. Great, he's starting to lose his composure. Keep at it. Mr. McCon, you better come clean. Why did you leave the duty room this morning? I just suddenly wanted to step out for some fresh air, right? Why are you turning the question back on me? I'm the one asking the questions. That's not possible. Didn't just suddenly want to step out for some fresh air. You knew what was going to happen in the mine park today, and you were hiding there from the start, waiting there. No way! I don't know anything. No, you definitely do, because today is not like any other day in the mine park. What's different? The park's the same way as it always is. It's just that the miners didn't show up on the closure day. As for the murder thing, it was already past morning when I knew it, and it's got nothing to do with me. No, today, 22nd is not an ordinary day for the mine park.
That's it!
Mr. McCon, take a look at this. The notice! According to your work schedule notice, today isn't a regular closure day for the mine. It's not a closure day, yet it's suddenly closed to the public. There must be some reason for it, right? You're standing next to the pine tree to keep an eye on things. Probably has something to do with this closure day. Mr. McCon, are you still going to insist you know nothing? You got me. Mr. McCon, with all these things said, are you still going to keep resisting? You guys really got me. Alright, I'll spill it. I'll spill everything. Mr. McCon, why did you temporarily close the mine today? And why were you standing under the tree? Okay, I'll take it bit by bit. Actually, I didn't want to hide, but I promised to keep it a secret. Keep it a secret? Yeah, if the media gets wind of it, that Big Shot will be in real trouble. Big Shot? Exactly. In fact, the temporary closure of the mine was planned long ago. Because there's some Big Shot star visiting the park today. A Big Shot star? Who exactly? Can't tell you who. Otherwise, I break the contract. Anyway, it's some TV star lady who's always popping up on the screen. It's a lady? Ah, what a pity. I thought I might have a chance to see my idol. Mine is Manly Badass Hero. A while back, I got a call from her assistant, saying she'd be using the park today. A female star borrowing the mine? Is she shooting underground or something? I don't have all the specifics, but they promised me they wouldn't mess up my place. And it was agreed that she would come here alone. Doesn't that seem a bit few for filming? Huh, that is quite a strange request. Anyway, I agreed to temporarily close the mine today. I rented out the entire working section. Stopped mining just for her? Is it worth the cost? Yeah, there might be some losses, but trust me, staying on good terms with the Big Shot star is gold for my business. Think about it. Now I can advertise the park like, hey, even the famous star visited here. The buzz you get from that is way better than having miners dig coal for a day. What a businessman's mindset. All I was doing by standing behind the guest greeting pine was trying to catch a quick glimpse of the star and feed my curiosity. Just that? What could I possibly be up to? I was just a straightforward guy selling coal mines and running the park. I thought he did something serious. Oh, that's quite disappointing. So did you end up seeing the star? Nope, didn't see anything. Just a couple of random visitors here and there, and then what happened? I must have dozed off leaning on the tree. You can fall asleep easy leaning on the tree? Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Signed a contract with her management company after all. I hope you can understand us business folks. I understand. If there's a contract, we indeed shouldn't pry too much. Awesome sauce. Long live understanding. Now then, those two areas are open for you guys to investigate. If the whole closure day thing ends up being relevant, I can give you guys a written statement. Sound good? That sounds great. Okay. Oh, I'm off to visit your mother. I'm off to visit my wife. See my wife. You can catch me in the duty room if you need me. Thank you so much, Mr. Macon. No problem. I'll head off now. Smell you later. Well, Plum, let's go. Alright, let's hurry to investigate the scene. That's the most important place of collecting material. He went straight into the abandoned area through the damaged part of the wire fence. The extent of damage in this wire fence is much larger than expected. Not to mention me and Plum, even a tall and strong man could probably squeeze through it. Whew. Wow, this is where the body was found? I'm so nervous. Stop being so jumpy like a kid. The body has already been removed. There are several detectives collecting evidence at the scene, slightly more than on the surface. They probably received orders from Detective Sanford and don't intend to interfere with our investigation. Anyway, let's just start our investigation.
发生什么事了吗？刚才的尖叫声是哪来的？真的太可怕了！
哎，我好像听到了一阵歇斯底里的喊声，我也听到了，好像一只僵尸熊的身影。
There's no such thing in reality.
吓死我了！
Why? You look like a combination of like Scooby-Doo, like Shaggy and some random ass guy. I don't know.
哇，你搞什么？到底是谁吓谁啊？
啊！你们既不是鬼，也不是什么大砍刀屠夫杀人魔之类的吧？
That's oddly specific.
你哪只眼睛看到大砍刀了？
对不住啊，我胆子小，平时经常这么一惊一乍的。
Of course. This guy is twice the size of me and Plum combined. How can he be How can he be a scare cat?
那个，请问你是哪位？调查现场的便衣吗？
便衣？不是，我怎么会做那么可怕的职业呢？
Is he an investigator or just some tourist?
哦，我是来这里踩点的摄影师，名叫张维迪。
踩点？摄影师？
对啊，我开了个工作室，主要受理人像写真、婚纱照之类的业务。
Oh boy. I mean, okay. Why are you here though?
你们两个要不要考虑来组闺蜜照啊？
不要，谁跟这家伙是闺蜜啊？
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just one, but only if it's free.
这话居然毫不犹豫就说出来了。小梅，我好伤心啊！
Oh man. Oh, I can.
摄影师？
Oh, if it has voices.
不要，谁跟这家伙是闺蜜啊？这话居然毫不犹豫就说出来了。小梅，我好伤心啊！
Music to my ears. You know what? One more time.
这话居然毫不犹豫就说出来了。小梅，我好伤心啊！
Okay, last time.
这话居然毫不犹豫就说出来了。小梅，我好伤心啊！
No. I said last time. Okay. But why would a portrait photographer come to a place like this? We can't conclude that this guy is unrelated to the case yet. Let's chat with him a bit before investigating. But first, standard procedure. What's this? Do you want me to take a still life portrait of it? Huh? The bottom of the mine is not a good place to take still life photos. Let's do that when I get back to the studio, alright? You're holding a camera so carelessly. Oh wait, he's pressing a button. Ah. No need for that. Didn't even pay a glance at the evidence I present. Oh, he has nothing to say? Pathetic. Please take a look at this photo. Wow, what kind of crap is this? How dare you call it a photo? First of all, fuck you too. Huh? Is it that bad? I'll leave you an address later. Bring the person in this photo to me and I'll redo it. I could give you a 15% discount since we met in such a place. He's actually smoothly starting to make a deal now. He doesn't even care about who the person in the photo is. So, you're a photographer and photography parlor owner? Sort of, but the term photography parlor sounds so outdated. Mine is a creative studio, focusing on personalized services. No matter how bizarre the client's requests are, as long as it's legal, we'll shoot it. For example, some customers are very particular about their ID photos. We can totally set up a special studio just for them to take a splendid customized ID photo. Really? Please, let me try it! Sorry for digressing. Let's talk about photography some other time. Wait! What is it? Miss, you look familiar. Have we met somewhere before? I've been studying abroad and just returned recently. Are you sure you got the right person? Huh, really? Though faces are diverse, I usually don't forget the ones I photographed. When I saw you, there was a sense of familiarity. Maybe because you resemble one of my clients? Wow! Hey, buddy! Your way of flirtation is so outdated. That's not the case. How could you tarnish the image of a respectable photographer with such vulgar thoughts? What a weird guy. Have we met somewhere before? I don't remember much about him. Maybe your sister did. You mentioned that you are here, reaching far across these new frontiers. What exactly do you mean? Hey, it's a peak song, okay? Shut up. It's peak. It's peak. The song's so nice, they had to do it thrice. It's peak. About scouting? Wait, why do you know? Why do you want to know? Who are you anyway? Why should I tell you? Don't be nervous. I'm not trying to pry into your personal information. Except you are. In fact, this is what I do. What's this? Oh, the photo on it is just plain ugly. I hate you. Ugly? Yeah, look at the spooky lighting and the makeup out of a horror movie. Did the photographer have a grudge against you? Really that ugly? Don't worry, you're not bad looking. I can take a better photo for you. Come on, strike a pose like you're on top of the world. What's on top of the world? Hey, didn't say you could take my photo. Ah, look at this photo. Only with such composition can it show your wisdom, elegance, and extraordinary beauty. Honestly, that is some top-tier marketing. To give an analogy, it's like Artemis in Greek mythology. Which one? Graceful posture and exquisite features, not inferior to the legendary goddess of the moon. Is that so? I feel embarrassed by your praise. The Rizzler. Wait, I didn't come here for a photo shoot. Sweet talk can distract you from the main business. Looks like you still have a long way to go. Oops, unable to retort. Since he showed up at the crime scene, I should ask about his connection to the case first. Mr. Zhang, do you know what happened here this morning? Oh, that? Of course I do. So horrible. Yeah, why are you still here then? He knows? Can you tell me how much you know about the case? Oh, it was really horrible. If you're just curious, I suggest you're better off not knowing. You two girls might faint from just hearing it. No worries, you've both been through such scenes. Probably. Understanding the ins and outs of the incident is crucial for us. I'll tell you, even just recalling it makes me shiver. I mean, yeah, to be honest, that kind of thing would. Have you heard? Just a moment ago, that demon brutally murdered an old man here. Okay, what? And poof, the knife plunged in, twisted a couple of times, and then pulled out and blood everywhere. I can't even think about it. So horrible. And that was a little girl. So terrifying at such a young age. Can you imagine the harm she'll cause when she grows up? How can young kids nowadays commit such terrifying acts? The society is truly is truly frightening. Mr. Zhang, regardless of where you heard those rumors, I think it's better not to describe others in such a manner. The investigation of the case is still ongoing, and it's not confirmed that the girl committed the murder. How can you say that? It's definitely her, no doubt about it. Why are you so sure? Because I saw it with my own eyes. Can we kill him and say that it was an accident? No witnesses, you know? What? Could it be he's the eyewitness and the one who called the police? Unfortunately, yes, and he has a camera. Mr. Zhang, are you the eyewitness mentioned by the police? Ah, so you heard about my heroic deeds. Absolutely, it's me, with eyes equipped with inbuilt exposure compensation. I captured every detail of the grim scene flawlessly. Are you sure? Absolutely! Absolutely! It was that dreadful little girl who stabbed the old man with her own hands. I saw clearer than a micro lens. Is that so? Well, if there is a possibility that the little girl was actually someone disguised... Yeah. Impossible! Do you doubt my eyes? Besides, it's still early at the time. There was only 2 living people in the entire mine. Me and the girl covered in blood. If you say there's another murderer, I'll not believe that. Did you know how horrible it was? Trapped with a ruthless murderer. And all within the gloomy mine where someone had just died. That's enough! What are you going to do? Nothing. What should I do? He's so resolute. He probably did witness the moment of the crime. What did Annie do at the time of the incident? If only she could recover her memory. This guy will testify in court, right? I better gather some information now. Mr. Zhang, you will testify in court tomorrow, right? Of course! How did you know the trial's tomorrow? Who are you? Didn't I just show you my lawyer's license? What else could I be? Lawyer? You're a lawyer? So what's the big deal? I never thought you were a lawyer, and you went through all the trouble to get information out of me. If I knew, I wouldn't have told you anything. I showed you my license right at the start. Who will look at anything else while seeing such an ugly photo? You dare to exploit the sentiments of us photographers. What are you talking about? You lawyers are the same. You're going to give me another hard time in court tomorrow, aren't you? Why would I? I just asked you questions to save my friend. Fuck. Friend? You're actually in cahoots with the murderer? I can't believe it. You're a horrible person. I'll never talk to you anymore, or else I'll definitely fall into your tricks again. The cage is coming. I'm leaving. I'll press the shutter of truth in court tomorrow. Hey! Wow! Are you leaving? Bye! Now is not the time for farewells. That big guy, seems to have a deep animosity towards you. I can feel it too. He seems to have some inexplicable resentment towards lawyers. Could there have been some bad memory? Could it be he was once hung up and whipped by a lawyer or something? What lawyer would wield a whip? That's preposterous. There's no lawyer in the world. Not this one, anyway. Maybe somewhere out there. Who knows, man? I don't, obviously. Never mind. What I'm more concerned about is about his so-called eyewitness testimony. I firmly believe Annie can't possibly be the killer. So was he just mistaken? The lighting of the mine is limited, and he is a timid little bitch, so it's normal for him to make mistakes in a moment of panic. Really? I feel like that tough lady detective wouldn't just take the word of someone with a vague testimony. If it's Detective Sanford, there must be something conclusive. It can't be. There must be something wrong. Alright, just thinking won't help. If there are any clues left, we'll find them during the investigation. True. Let's investigate! Investigate now! Okay, loading screen. No wonder it's the abandoned area. The renovation here is much worse than others. The rock wall is not only rough and uneven, but also covered in spider webs. What, do you want them to clean that? Huh? You're not scared of spiders? Why should I? You must be a Spider-Man fan! Oh, okay. I am, but how is this relevant? Based. Whoa, such a sharp knife! This must be the murder weapon, right? The police just took the body away, so they haven't had time to collect it. So we will. Judging by the length of the blade, this definitely is a controlled knife. Absolutely. You can tell it's not for chopping vegetables or peeling apples. This kind of knife can't be bought on the market in our country. How could Annie have it? Because she's not in the country. Could it be that the knife was originally in the victim's possession? The village chief? Seems unlikely. Where did the knife come from? Plum, could you check the fingerprints on the handle for me? No problem. Let me see. Wait! What are you expecting me to check? Using eyes to see fingerprints? Can't you? I just assumed you were able to. I went out in a hurry and didn't bring any fingerprinting tools with me. but even if I could check, I think I already know the answer. Where's the ding? It's the outline of the victim's body formed by ropes. We don't have the photo of the victim, so we'll have to make do with it. The position of the body seems like he was crawling forward. Was he stabbed while he was laying prone on the ground? There was no signs of dragging or scraping on the ground. He was probably stabbed while standing and then fell into the position. I don't think so. Look, the blood splatter behind the victim is very intact. If he was stabbed while standing, some blood would have splattered onto the murderer, making such a perfect shape impossible. Did it not splatter onto the murderer? Like, we saw the photo at the beginning of and they literally described her as someone covered in blood. What do you mean? That makes sense. What's your opinion then? Isn't it obvious? The murderer must have used a super long weapon. Huh? They could just tie the knife to a 2-meter long pole and then plunge it out. And then they wouldn't get splattered with blood at all. That seems a bit far-fetched. Although I know her reasoning is flawed. I can't find any evidence to refute it. Let's just consider it a possibility for now. Hey, why is an iron can here? So rusted. Must have been laying here for ages. In an abandoned mining area like this, no one bothers with cleaning. Trash piles up unattended. It's covered in the thick layers of dust. It must haven't been touched for years. It probably isn't related to the case. What could it be? So heavy. Maybe there's some drink left inside. Hey, you're not thinking of drinking it, right? Oh please, I know better than to eat expired stuff. Even if it's not expired, I'm not risking putting something found by the roadside in my mouth. It definitely has nothing to do with the case. Better not bother with it for now. Let's move on to investigate there. Whoa! What's wrong, Luna? Do you have inspiration for writing as well? I tried writing. It didn't work. No, look over there. Plum, there's a snake! You mean that rope segment? It's a rope? Upon closer look, I thought it was me. It really is a rope. It's too dark here. That was horrible. Turns out you're so scared of snakes. So funny. Isn't the dark underground a place where snakes would appear? In more than 20 years of my life, I never heard of snakes crawling into underground mines. The chances are low, but they aren't zero. Losing in common sense to her again. That's always frustrating. Just like the iron can nearby, this rope is covered in thick dust. It probably has nothing to do with the case. Let's check elsewhere. These are probably all the evidence we can gather from the crime scene. Not as much info as expected. After all, the body has been removed by the police. They might have taken away a lot more evidence. Judging from the current situation, it's impossible to investigate the village chief's belongings before the case. Let's check elsewhere. Yeah. Is this where the miners work? What a place filled with strength and beauty! Men's sweat continuously evaporating in the scorching air, exuding a vitality akin to crimson flames. Now, what do you think of that sentence? Is that part of a murder mystery or part of a yaoi novel? If you don't know what that is, don't search it up. I beg you, please, don't. Sounds good? It's the first relatively normal sentence you said today. Really? Yeah! What's that sound? Ka-ka-ka-ka. Clack, clack, clack. Is there someone in the shadows over there? You better hold our breath and observe quietly. Hello? Hooray! Plum, what the fuck are you doing? It'll expose our position. Your voice is louder. Your voice was louder. Huh, there's nobody here. You scared me to death. I thought someone was hiding in the corner. Isn't this the working section? Probably it's from some kind of coal mining machinery. Makes sense. Since it's a false alarm, let's start investigating now. Though this place isn't a crime scene, there might be some clues.
什么嘛？是查案的。我还以为是哪个烦人的家伙跟到这儿来了。
Damn, not bad. What? You look like an older Annie. For some reason. Except Wilder, I guess.
你是从哪儿冒出来的？我听到你们的脚步声，就找了个阴暗角落待着，有意见吗
？A little.
没有。呀，这个人好像……
Yeah, she's strange and nothing else. Huh, okay. Standard procedure. Could you please look at this? She's completely ignoring me. Yeah, story of my life. Upon closer look, she seems familiar. Is it my illusion? Excuse me. Who are you? What's it to you? Well, you see, I'm Luna Ray, a lawyer. I came here to investigate a case that happened today. Oh, a lawyer! Yeah. Yes, in other words, to prove the innocence of my client, I need to gather as much info as possible. So how should I address you? What does it have to do with this case? Well, alright. You go your way, I'll go mine. Goodbye. Wait, I haven't finished yet! Anything else? So annoying. You should have heard by now. There's a criminal case at the mine this morning. May I ask why you've come to this place? Why? Just for a visit. Eh? Underneath that cold and impatient attitude, there's definitely a secret. But I don't know her name. What should I do? What? If everything's fine, I'll just leave. Wait, just a sec, please. If I don't try to get some information from her, who knows when's the next chance? Gotta push through.
Longinus, 起動
Damn, what? I mean, nice muscles. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay. Are you ready? Well, I'm not. Boy. Okay. No. This isn't a weapon. Did I even read this? I don't know. Whatever weapon that is, I'm confident I could break it the moment you try anything. I believe you. You can think of it as a microphone or something. I just want to ask you a few questions while holding it. A microphone? Questions? Enough. I thought I could relax for a moment, but you're just another reporter trying to get close to the lawyer's guys. Is this some boring interview again? I don't have time. I'm leaving. No, wait! I've told you I'm a lawyer, not a reporter. I need to ask you a few questions about the murder case. Could you please cooperate? Her attitude is so horrible. She's probably not in the mood to chat with me. No shit. Regardless of why she despises reporters, right now she's full of hostility she's full of hostility towards me. I can't reason with her anymore. I must communicate with her in the most direct way. The priority should be figuring out who she is, right? Gee, her patience is running out so quickly. Miss, why are you insisting on not telling me your identity? I already told you. Who I am has nothing to do with you. Still, this is a crime scene. Your concealment seems quite sussy, doesn't it? What? Should civilians need to show their ID just to stroll in a park? This is a crime scene, ma'am. You don't look like a regular folk strolling in the park at all in that outfit. Why are you so nosy? Is it fun for you? I'm not trying to pester you. I genuinely want to know if you have any crucial information. Also, you don't need to go through so much trouble to hide your identity. What do you mean by that? Because your identity has already been exposed by this piece of evidence.
That's it.
The rising star of the grassland, Nabuki. You're the Mongolian star who's been popular on TV recently, right? Why does she look so surprised someone figured out who she is? What, is she like surprised like how Jaden is genuinely surprised someone recognizes her? You know, Jaden Animations, because people confuse her with Emiru. And the other way around, vice versa, and her friend, because they're all Asian. Good. She's starting to falter. Now I need to press on. Oh, the sky is so blue. Oh, the grass is so green. Yes. And the box is brown. And you are red. What's going on? Yeah, what? Why are you suddenly singing? Although it sounds quite nice. The horse-riding man in my heart. Yeah, she's the entertainment star Nabuki. It can't be wrong. With this information, combining with what I learned from that person, seems like things are getting gradually clear. Yes, so clear I'm gonna save again, just in case. Mr. Buki, even if you're trying to use singing to confuse us, it won't work on anyone else. Your identity can't be hidden. We just need to ask this person.
That's it.
Cash McCon, the owner of the Foxtail Mine Park, has already told us everything. Don't joke around. It's true! Then tell me, what did he tell you? He said a celebrity agent called him a couple of days ago, wanting to borrow the mine for a day. Mr. McCon didn't disclose the name of the celebrity to keep it confidential for you, but you happen to be here at this moment. This is no coincidence. So, should I call Mr. McCon over here to confront you? The mine owner is quite loyal, but he fell for your tricks. Alright, yes, I'm Nabuki. Satisfied? You finally admit it. Mr. Buki, this case is very important to me. Can you please tell me everything you know? Tell you what? It's been reported on TV already. I'm releasing a new single praising the laborers. Oh. Yay. Workers' rights. Union. Paid days off. So today I came to the mine to see how the miners work for some inspiration. Do you really need to meddle in this? Although I don't understand how showbiz works, unfortunately your explanation just doesn't hold up. What? Why? Yeah, she's singing about union. Paid days leave. Raising the minimum wage. Type stuff. Lower taxes. This piece of evidence shows that your claim of observing the miners work for inspiration is untenable. Really? It is? Okay. Again, just in case.
That's it.
Wait, was that really the answer? I just panic-picked. Cash McCon, the owner of this mine has already explained to us. It's because you're coming on the mine to the mine today that he decided to set a temporary closure date to the mine. Dick. There isn't a single miner in the entire working section. How can you find any inspiration? The mine is closed today because of you. As the person involved, you must have known it a long time ago. Why are you here? Tell me now. Gotcha. Fine, I'll admit it. What I said isn't true. Whew. She finally calmed down a bit. So you can tell us why you're here? But please understand, there are some things I really don't want others to know. Is that so? Yay, finally. And since you're only interested in the case, I'll try to tell you more related to it. Loading screen. For some reason. Standard procedure. Look, Mr. Pookie, this is my lawyer's license. Oh, it was not fake. I thought you were a paparazzo trying to be a lawyer to get closer to me. Is that legal? Paparazzi can't present a lawyer's license, right? There's a bunch of people making fake IDs outside public university. Your ID doesn't even have a hologram. Doesn't worth $5. Yeah, man, doesn't worth $5. Should I write to the Bar Association and suggest they strengthen the anti-counterfeit measures for licenses? Yes. Mr. Buki, this magazine... Oh, need me to sign it? Yes. Actually I want to... Yes! It's even better if you give a handprint or lip print. I never did that kind of thing, but I'm pretty good at paper cutting. How about I cut this magazine into the shape of a steppe warrior? No thanks. Ignore her. The magazine is not related to the case, but I feel like it may be useful sometime. Oh boy. Jeez. Mr. Buki, take a look at this. How did you get my photo? When did you take this? I feel like more people should be asking that question. Oh, it wasn't taken secretly. It's the ID photo in the police database. You can even steal photos from the police database? She's a lawyer? What is she talking about? I better put away the photo. So you're the famous singer and dancer, Nabuki. Yes, I am. Wow! I never expected to see a living celebrity. Were you expecting to see a dead one? Living? Please ignore her. Let's get back to this point. Hey, what a rare opportunity for material. You step aside. Are you gonna take things into your own hands and then make her a dead one? Don't just push me away like that! Mr. Buki, I have a few questions for you. Another interview? It's not an interview, definitely not. These are questions you've all never heard before. Like, what are your thoughts on murder? Murder? Wow. That's the first time I heard such a question. What aspect do you want me to talk about? Like, if you had to kill someone, would you pick poisoning or using a knife? With your status, firearms must be easy to get, right? What? This is the most bizarre thing I have. I didn't expect this. But then again, because she's here, I should have expected anything. So it's on me, I guess. Also, I heard the Mongolian dance was originally used to heal patients. So do you also know dances meant to curse others? What the hell kind of questions are those? Well, Mongolian dances aren't meant to curse people. Our dances are full of beauty and the vitality of freedom. And if I really had to murder someone, I wouldn't need to poison or use weapons. Just twist his neck with my bare hands. Yeah. Me next. Wait, what? Okay, me saying that implies she did it before. Actually, you never know. Oh, that's so cool! I have to write this down! Why do these two people even match up? Alright, answer your questions. Can I go now? No. What I wanted to ask had nothing to do with those. Plum, I'm begging you. Please stop making trouble. Mr. Buki, you mentioned us telling us things related to the case. So, what's your role in the case? None. Are you implying something? No, I'm not. I mean, how do you know about the details of the case? Honestly, I don't know anything at all. I was just in the working section when the incident happened. What? Why are you so surprised? Didn't you know I borrowed the mine today? I came earlier in the morning, and should have been here and have been here since. So you stayed here because I told you I don't want to talk about it. I can only assure you it has nothing to do with the case. I see. Thanks to the case, I've been interrogated by the police all morning. Bad luck. So when did you arrive here? I left home at 6:30 a.m., and I haven't looked at the time since then. It was roughly 7:30 a.m. when I came down. And then you've been staying here until now? Are you serious? Wouldn't I feel hungry? Sorry. Anyway, I really know nothing about the case. You've asked the wrong person. There was a murder in the neighboring area. Didn't you hear anything at all? God, I'm so fed up with this. The police asked me the same question again and again. At the time, I was wearing headphones and listening to music. Even if the mine exploded, I wouldn't have heard a thing. Must you have music so loud? No, it's just noise-canceling headphones. Doesn't have to necessarily be loud. Apart from the noise, are there any other clues? Did you find anyone acting sussy? Anyone sussy? I'm sorry, except for the victim. I didn't encounter anyone else. Oh, that's a bit— Wait, you encountered the victim? Why so surprised? The old man and I were in the same cage coming down. You say that as if someone would already know. That's very valuable information. Please tell us in detail. First of all, did you know the victim? Of course not. Just as I thought. Could you tell us in detail how you met? Well, I arrived too early. The cage to the underground wasn't operational yet. So I stood at the entrance with my belongings. After a while, the old man came. The first shift of the cage starts at 7:30. It seems like all of that happened before that. The village chief arrived at the scene so early. What was he trying to do? What happened next? Did the old man ask you for an autograph or something? No. People of this age can't be my fans. Are you sure about that? Did you have any conversation? Was there anything peculiar about his clothing or demeanor? No. Was I supposed to scrutinize the appearance of a complete stranger? Fair. Later, the cage started, and we got on together. After reaching the underground area, we went in different directions. Different directions? Did he go straight to the abandoned area? I didn't pay attention. Do you usually observe the movements of strangers closely? No, I don't. That's it. Can I leave now? Is that all? Yeah, that's all I know. You can investigate the rest on your own. She's telling us the truth. The village chief was alive when the first shift to the cage descended underground at 7:30 a.m. And he went to the crime scene alone, of his own will. Loading screen. Phew, the cop held me for a long time and now here you are. I just want to settle down and focus on my own things. Why is it so hard? You just had to stumble across a murder, okay? You just had to be there. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I'm really sorry. Anyway, we finished our questions. Thank you for your cooperation. That's not my intention. I only told you because I couldn't keep it hidden anymore. I wasn't being friendly, so don't thank me. She's so honest. Well, I have a show to attend later. Bye for now. Unexpectedly, she's quite a straightforward person. The cool celebrity left, leaving Loon alone, squatting on the ground and drawing circles in embarrassment. Wow, what do you think of that sentence? Not good at all. I'm not squatting. Nabuki has been keeping the reason for her visit a secret. We won't be able to find it today. She kept emphasizing she's unrelated to the case, but is that really the truth? We were too engrossed in talking to Mr. Buki, we haven't investigated the area yet. Yeah, although it's not the crime scene, we better take a look at it seriously. Let's take a good look before around right away. Wow, Luna! Come here! There's light here. Seems to lead outside. The assassin in black silently landed in the moonlight and brought doom to the victim. How's that sentence? It's okay, but you should use it in an assassin novel. Looking up from here, we can see some light coming from the surface. It's at least 100 meters below the ground, so it's not easy to see what's up there. It's unlikely for anyone to climb down from here, no matter how many lives you have. Wow! Look! There are so many suspended chests! Are those where the miners store their clothes? Why would clothes be stored here? We've seen this kind of thing on the surface. There are ore buckets used to transport minerals to the surface. You forgot that. Ah, it's the train to hell, right? Sure, why not? We can't see anything clearly from here, so let's get closer. Let's investigate this place thoroughly. Oh. So this is what the ore buckets look like up close. Yeah, I've seen them on TV, but this is my first time seeing a real one. Once they start working, they can transport more than cages. Since they can transport minerals, they should be able to withstand 1 or 2 people, right? Of course. So, do you want to give it a try? Why, Luna? No way! There's no need to fear. Plum is here. Have a little confidence in your weight. It's not about the weight at all. There seems to be something shiny in the bucket. Why don't you jump over and take a closer look? Are you? Oh. Are you trying to kill me? I'm not good at jumping. More reason for you to do it. I mean, what? The horizontal distance from the ground to the bucket is at least 5 meters. I don't think an ordinary person can jump over. Then why did you suggest that in the first place? It was a joke, lad. Judging from the reflection of the fragment, it seems to be a mirror? Could it be where the miners used to touch up their makeup? I've never heard of miners with makeup while mining. Why would there be fragments of a mirror and a bucket used for transporting minerals? Although we can't take it with us, taking a photo as evidence should be easy. There's a small hole in the ground here. What's it for? The depth of the hole is about 10 cm and the soil inside is slightly damp. It seems to be made within 24 hours. Within 24 hours? Could it be this morning? Could also be last night. Maybe an elderly man taking a stroll with a cane made it? That's unlikely. It requires tremendous power to make such a deep hole with a cane. Wow! So the elderly man taking a stroll is actually a kung fu master! Can't you consider other possibilities besides the elderly man? Are the chains used to pull the buckets up? Seems so. Seems to be strong chains with a high load-bearing capacity. How about we cut off a section and take it back to make a swing? Let's assume you can cut it off. If you can't actually take it back, you could be sentenced to 3 to 5 years of imprisonment. I was just joking. Why are you acting so seriously? Wait, huh? There's a section of chain here different from the rest. Yeah, looks like it's been recently wiped or something. What could it be? We can't get closer, so I can't tell either. Not only can't we get closer now, but even the police probably won't be able to investigate the area. Although we don't know what the trace leads, it's still something worth noting. What's this? I've seen it before. As a telescopic platform. When it extends, it should directly reach the ore buckets, right? Yeah. The distance from the ground to the buckets is nearly 5 meters. Impossible for miners to transport the minerals. I guess they retracted the platform because they're not working today? During work, they can pull the platform and it'll extend. Is that so? Wanna give it a try? Okay. Yeah! Huh? You sound scary, you know. I quit. It's not working. It seems to be stuck inside. Did it really work like that? I seriously doubt it. Didn't I check? Wow, Luna! Look at that! Is that the lever of railway? The lever of railway switches? Yeah. You know what? I suddenly thought of a super interesting question. Huh? Tell me. Imagine there's a crazy villain who kidnaps 6 innocent civilians. Why the main theme? He binds 5 of them to... Okay, I see what this is. Okay. He binds 5 of them to one track, and the last one to another. At this moment, a train approaches the track where the 5 people are bound. And you happen to be a rail worker standing next to the lever. Yeah, the moment I saw 5 people being tied to the railing, I knew what this was. I just knew it. So, will you pull the lever to change the train's direction? It's the classic trolley problem, isn't it? And why call it interesting? It's cruel! Ignore the trifle. I know this problem has been discussed many times on the internet. Just tell me, Luna, what's your choice? Let me think. If I don't know any of the 6 people, perhaps it's more in line with the greater good to save more people, so pull it down? But the last person is very unfortunate, isn't he? If you do nothing, he could have been saved. But in the end, he dies because you pulled the lever and you know that would have killed him. In that case, you become a killer, right? Legally speaking, that action is considered homicide. Even if you argue that's an act of emergency defense, it's almost impossible to get an acquittal. Yeah, but if you don't, 5 people die. Like, you go to jail either way. Right. If you do nothing, the relatives of the 5 people will most likely only hate the villain. But if you pull the lever, the relatives of the only victim may end up hating you. Makes sense. I made a choice seemingly more beneficial to society, but it leads to a messy outcome. What about you? Would you leave those 5 people to be killed? I don't know. Sacrificing a few to save the majority is always controversial. For example, there are many patients dying due to the lack of timely organ transplantation every day. If sacrificing a few to save the majority is considered just, why not harvest organs from healthy individuals? Huh? Just thinking about it, a healthy person has so many organs, and taking them out can save so many people. I never thought that the trolley problem could transition to organ harvesting, but okay. That's a crime! What if the person whose organs are taken is a worthless thug, and the recipients are all elites who contribute to society? That's still a crime! So you see, consequentialism doesn't hold up. Sometimes procedural justice is more reliable. No one has the right to take the place of the law to enforce justice, even if it seems beneficial to society. You're getting so serious. It's not like you at all. Wow, there are a few moments every year when I get serious. Only a few in a year? Yeah. Maybe she's the leader of Sky Shield. But her thoughts are completely opposite of the values Chief taught me. The substantive justice, focusing on the interest of society, and the procedural justice, stressing the legitimacy of procedure. It's so confusing. Let's think about it when we actually encounter such a dilemma. For now, let's just focus on the investigation. Wow, talk about subtle foreshadowing. There are many scattered marks on the ground in the working section. There are footprints leading in different directions. Probably left by the miners, right? What's wrong with your eyes, Luna? What do you mean? All the footprints share the same shape. They're clearly left by the same person. Also, shoes of this size can't belong to the miners. Men doing physical labor wouldn't wear such small shoes. Unless they're children who yearn for the mines, I guess? Or maybe they were brought there against their will? How about a female miner? Alright, I heard myself. So, what's your opinion? These footprints belong to a rare type of shoes, not something common in daily life. But in terms of size, they match Nabuki's. So you're saying these footprints were left by Nabuki's? Probably, but I'm not sure. What did she do here to leave such disorientated footprints? She must have encountered a masked man and engaged in a life or death struggle, and broke his neck. But there are only her footprints. Maybe the masked man had a tank copter on his head and was floating in the air all along? You watch too many cartoons. Ibuki never mentioned the real purpose of her visit into the mine. What did these footprints really lead? Alright, we've done with the working section. Let's check elsewhere. Is there anywhere else to investigate? It seems nowhere. Unless you plan to jump into the big pit under the buckets. You can do Rose, I won't do Jack. I'm afraid that's all the evidence we can gather from the mine. What should we do? We haven't found anything to prove Annie's innocence. Is that all we can do? Since we're done here, let's go to the detention center and visit your assistant again. That's the only thing we can do. Just in case. Back to the park entrance again. It's so nice to bask in the sunlight and enjoy the sight of flowers and trees. Really? I think the dim and mysterious underground is more thrilling. Every step could be dangerous. Huh? Have you encountered any danger? Unfortunately, no. But I've been overflowing with inspiration today and collected a full basket of material. Huh? Why does Sweetie Luna's voice become so mature? I didn't say anything. Oh. Oh, right. Oh well. Wow. Detective Sanford! What do you mean by wow? You don't want to see me? I do. No. Right now, you're the person I most want to see. How's your investigation going? There are other matters in the bureau, and we're about to assemble for the return. Wait a minute, please. I have something to say. Oh, hurry up. The information we have obtained from today's investigation is not enough. I can't even outline a clear process of the crime. Fortunately, Detective Sanford is an acquaintance. Maybe I can gather some information by coaxing? I'm just gonna... okay. Detective Sanford, get to the point. It seems that our investigation, you found nothing. Hit a dead end, and now you want to extract some information from me. Yeah. Could you reveal some information then? No. I was planning to say that, but look at you two poor things. Have you been to all those areas underground? We found some clues, but the body's been taken away by the police. I really feel uncertain about the trial tomorrow. Fine. Here's the photo of the crime scene. Take it. Can we? You should have asked the Bureau directly for the crucial evidence, as the officers at the scene lack the authority to provide it. But since I'm the boss here, I don't mind giving you a copy. Wait, let me take a look at it. Yeesh. Okay. Thank you so much. Well, remember, I can only save you the trouble of running errands. If you have any questions about the photo, I won't answer them. Figure it out yourselves. Some detective. The photo is enough. We're extremely grateful. Oh boy. Seeing the photo made me realize the village chief has really left us. It seems like he had several items on him. There might have been been taken by the police. Detective Sanford already told us she won't answer my questions. I have to analyze it on my own. From this photo, Plum's analysis of the bloodstains does make sense. What sort of method did the killer use to create such an intact bloodstain when the village chief was stabbed? Fortunately, Detective Sanford is in charge of the case. Otherwise, I would have been more desperate. Wait a minute, I just remembered something. Detective Sanford, you mentioned earlier that you were in the vicinity of the mine before receiving the report, right? Any problem? So Detective Sanford came to the mine for something other than the case. Could there be something significant happening here that warrants the Deputy Director's presence? Detective Sanford, this should be just an ordinary murder case for the police, right? I remember you rarely handle these small cases. Sweetie, you're quite curious, aren't you? I'm just concerned that there's something deeper going on in this case. Take it easy. The reason I came here has nothing to do with the case you're investigating. After all, this case occurred after I arrived, or else I wouldn't have been forced to take it on. Wow! So there's another major case here that requires your involvement? In many ways, it can be considered a major case. Otherwise, I wouldn't have intervened personally. Can you tell us more about it? Well, the media has been buzzing about it, so it doesn't matter to tell you. You must have heard the recent high-profile incident of an attack on the evidence room of the Criminal Justice Bureau, right? It's the news report we've seen on TV this morning. I have a vague impression, but I didn't pay much attention at the time. So we're now at the center of the public controversy? Are we gonna be on TV? No, I don't think so. Detective Sanford, how is the attack on the evidence room related to the mine park? It's a long story. So is it the one written in the newspaper? Explosion attack on the evidence room of the Criminal Investigation Bureau? Plum, where did you get that? I was planning to have a picnic in the park, so I grabbed a copy from your office this morning. Don't just casually take others' things like that. Sorry about that. Detective Sanford, how's your case going? Attacking on police facilities is a serious crime, and the authorities never saw this coming at all. The security of the evidence room is quite tight. Not only are there officers on duty 24/7, but we also installed a large number of surveillance devices around. So did all of these surveillance devices fail to capture the appearance of the criminal, or were they all destroyed? No, all the cameras worked, but the criminal managed to avoid the sight in every single camera. The criminal infiltrated the room like a ghost and used a specially made miniature bomb to blast through the wall. That's pretty cool. Sounds like a super spy. I never heard of such a thing. So what are the losses from this attack? Since the wall was blasted, about 1/5 of the evidence suffered varying degrees of damage. The scene is quite difficult to clean up, and we still can't determine how much evidence the criminal took. Could the criminal have committed the act to steal valuable information and evidence, like jewels? No. Valuable smuggled goods and stolen items are handled with a separate process and not stored in this room. So the evidence room mostly contains items like weapons and with fingerprints. Yes, even if they're sold to detective enthusiasts, they wouldn't be worth much. The motive of the crime also puzzles us. Fortunately, we had a trick up our sleeves, a small trap. A trap? What is it? We installed a tracking device on one piece of evidence beforehand. A tracking device? Yes, I wasn't supposed to tell you that, but considering your history with with the evidence, it doesn't matter to tell you a bit. After all, you're the one who gave me that manipulated evidence. Me? It's the bum remote control in the case you handled last time. Is that the one found at the Robot Research Center? I remember that remote control. It was to control a weapon for the next attack in Sky Shield's plan, right? Could it be that attack on the evidence room was also carried out by someone from Sky Shield? We're not sure yet, but Sky Shield did harbor several defected agents from different countries, and they are capable of such actions. Wow, so there are actual agents involved. It wouldn't be funny at all if they were planning to attack civilians. Yes, and shortly after the attack, the police received a warning letter from Sky Shield. A warning letter? What's in it? Your curiosity's really getting the better of you. Are you ready to face the more classified information? If I knew too much, will I be in danger too? Look at this. Oh boy. I didn't even say I want to see it. Well, let me take a look at let me see the content. Dear police, on Christmas Eve, we will plunge the entire city into the abyss. The grudges from 5 years ago will finally be settled. What? Calm down. You better pretend you have never seen it. Christmas Eve is just a few days away. What are they planning to do? If the remote control has fallen into their hands, the missing bomb must also be in their possession. Plunge the entire city into the abyss. They're planning something terrible. And for the grudges from 5 years ago, when I see those words I have a very bad feeling. If it's really Sky Shield, it could escalate into a highly dangerous attack. So ever since we received the warning letter, the Interpol has been closely monitoring their movements. This morning, the signal from the tracking device of the remote control suddenly appeared in this mine park. What? That's why I rushed here. You got it? Wait, oh man, my mind is a bit chaotic. What is even more chaotic is the police's plan. We were supposed to carry out a large-scale joint operation this morning, but ever since the murder happened, the tracking signal suddenly disappeared. It's possible the criminal took the found the tracking device and removed it, or they took the remote control out of signal range. It's really giving me a headache. 2 incidents happening at the same location. It can't be a coincidence, right? Well, I can't easily conclude that. For now, all we can do is speed up the investigation. I know you two are not police officers, but remember, if you notice anything strange, you must report it promptly. Understand? You should be aware that anything related to Sky Shield is no joke. Understood. I never expected this case to put Annie in danger. Put Annie in danger would also involve Sky Shield. Why? If it were under normal circumstances, I would try to gather all the info about them, but this time, I can't spare any effort before saving Annie. Although there is the threat of the bomb, all I can do now is trust Detective Sanford. It's getting late. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the visitation at the detention center. Ah, right. Detective Sanford, you know we're going to the detention to see Annie? I can guess, but what are your plans to getting there with such a gloomy face? You're down because things are bad. You still need more training, sweetie. But we've been running around all day and haven't found any evidence to prove Annie's innocence. So, are you gonna give up? No, I'm not, but... Detective Sanford, do you believe In Annie's innocence? You're well aware of the police's stance. I won't answer that question, sweetie. But you know Annie. Seems like you don't get my point. I don't believe she's the culprit, nor do I believe she's innocent. As a detective, I can't let my emotions dictate my actions. I only do what I should and can do. So it means even if the evidence seems overwhelming, I don't encourage the prosecution to rush to conclusions until the last moment. I can't say I'll help you, but if there's any evidence showing the girl might be innocent, no matter where I am or what I'm doing, I'll make sure it's brought before the case as soon as possible. Detective Sanford, your words are so cool. I have to write them all down. Alright, enough chit-chat. You better hurry to see your little assistant. If you don't run in a few steps, you won't make it in time. I understand. Give it your best. See you. Oh man. Just like last time, Detective Sanford helped me a lot. I was supposed to be Annie's support, but today I still have to rely on others. Enough. I need to pull myself together now. Luna, why are you daydreaming? Hurry up. I will give it my all to repay the kindness of those who helped me. All right, let's go. Barely made it. Luckily, you're still here. Sis Luna, Sis Plum, you're back. Yes, the investigation has temporarily come to an end. The rest will depend on tomorrow's trial. Annie, it must be tough for you staying here. Well, it's not tough for me at all. It's you who's been through hardships. It's nothing. I'm willing to. But first, have you heard of Nabuki? Take a look at this entertainment magazine. Sis Luna, I remember you're not interested in the entertainment industry, right? True. I often watch dramas, but I seldom read this kind of magazine. I know, Sis Luna. You're not even good at solitaire. Entertainment industry is too complicated for you. What does entertainment industry mean to you anyway? By the way, I'm pretty good at Minesweeper. Ah, forget it. It obviously won't help with the case to show her something like this. About the knife, do you know anything about it? Yeah, I do. You still remember it? Yes, although I can't really recall what exactly happened. I still have an impression of it. I held it in my hand. Let's take it a step by step. Is this knife yours or was it the chief's? Neither. I never seen a knife like this until today. Then why did you hold it in your hand? I don't remember. I can only recall the feeling of holding it, but nothing else. It would be even worse if she answers like that during police interrogation. If the knife doesn't belong to you or the victim, how did it end up in your hand? Could it be there was a third person at the crime scene at this crime? Who gave it to you? Is that possible? Did you encounter anyone else at the mine this morning? Like these people? I'm sorry, I really can't remember anymore. I better stop pushing her. But Plum's direction is right. If you want to prove Annie's innocence, you must find a third person involved. Can you recognize this person? I tried really hard to recall, but I don't have any impression. Huh. She doesn't seem to recognize anyone at the time of the crime. Okay, concrete evidence. Annie, after the whole day, do you remember anything? No, I've been trying hard to recall, but my mind is still a mess. I'm really useless. Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. You've obtained some evidence from the crime scene today. If we show them to you, will you remember anything? I don't know, but I'll give it a try. It seems a bit cruel to stimulate her with evidence from the case, but I have no other choice. Okay. Annie, have you seen this before? Is this a bucket? Dear God. Is there more? No. Technically, it's called the ore bucket, but it's okay to call it a bucket. I don't remember anything about that. Sorry. It's okay. The crime scene is in an abandoned area of the mine floor, while the buckets are in the working section. Even if Annie hadn't lost her memory, she might not have seen it. Annie, can you take a look at this photo? Okay, please prepare yourself before looking at it. It's okay. The police has shown me this photo many times. I see. Grandpa, I thought he could live to 100 years old. The village chief was such a kind person. Angels must have picked a good place for him in heaven. But I don't want to see him go to heaven. I want him to stay in the village. I can't think of anything to comfort her. I'm getting sad too. Since she's seen the photo many times, she would have mentioned it if she remembered something. I better put it away now. Oh. Look, Annie, this is Verity Lance. Walter gave it to me. I know it can detect lies. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I wonder if it can trigger Annie's buried memories. Where are you two? Where are you two? Nothing. Well, this device only reacts to deliberate concealment and lies. It's ineffective to Annie, who only indicates she has amnesia. I don't need this device to know that. It's useless when it comes to crucial moments. I didn't get any useful info, but I didn't expect much either. The remaining battle can only be fought in the courtroom. Sis Luna, there's one more thing. I'm sorry? To cheer you on, I want to give you something. But when I was arrested, they confiscated all my personal belongings. You don't have to do that. This is the only thing I have left. This is a poster from the Robot Research Center? Yes, it's the first thing I found when I went to the crime scene with you. Oh boy. The police officers thought it irrelevant to the case, so they didn't take it. Borrowed a pen and wrote something on the back. It's a bit big, but consider it a good luck charm from me, Sis Luna. Thank you. I'll treasure it. What does it say? Wait, where is it? Even for now, Annie is still thinking of me. It's impossible to find another good girl like her in the world. With your blessings, I feel full of strength. Trust me, I'll handle tomorrow's trial. I'm sure you'll make it. Yes, I'm sure you'll make it. Time's up. I have to go now. See you in court tomorrow. See you. After parting ways with Plum, I returned to the office under the night sky. Due to the urgency of the situation, I can't arrange a temporary assistant. Chief remained unreachable late into the night, He's probably caught up in something important. I sent him a message, briefly describing the current situation, but I don't know when he'll see it. It seems I'll have to handle tomorrow's trial alone. I still have a lingering unease. After all, I'm clueless about the evidence the prosecution has. It just occurred to me that I didn't even find out who the prosecutor is tomorrow. Whatever. The worst is encountering the dead-eyed guy with earphones again. I'm pretty sure that's the best case scenario. As long as I believe in saving Annie, I won't back down. Not even in front of him. Anyway, there's no room for negotiation in tomorrow's battle. I must win! Okay, that was a long episode. I think. Yeah, that seems long. So much for 1 hour an episode. The number of girls that can beat the shit out of me in this game is quite high. But I want more. More, please. Nabuki, Tessa, and Stella. Hey, these are these good, very good. More, please. I sound like a masochist, but then again, I am a medic main in Team Fortress 2, or was. I was a Team Fortress 2 medic main. Okay, about the case. How is it? Well, I mean, honestly, the investigation, we only met the cameraman who saw everything. He hates lawyers, so it's either he was involved in the case 5 years ago, or he had some legal troubles and the lawyer didn't do shit for him, and now he hates them because he paid them so much just for what? For nothing. Okay. Honestly, not much happened in this episode. All that happened was we saw the camera guy, we saw the Nabuki, we saw the investigation scene, and there wasn't much. Oh yeah, and we talked to... did we talk to him? No, I don't think we did. I think that was last episode. It's so done closely together, I'm forgetting. But the major thing is Sky Shield's involvement. I mean, this game is clearly leading to a confrontation with Sky Shield, because they're in every case. Case 1, they used the sick guy to deliver the bomb. Maybe the sick guy is the leader of Sky Shield. You never know. Then case 2. That's where it all began, apparently. But I don't see how that's where it all began. Will it be revealed later? I don't know. Case 3, the bomb remote. And case 4, this one, they got the remote back. They say that the signal has been lost, but seeing how they need a signal booster, I'm pretty sure that it's just really deep underground. So what they could do is try to use the signal booster to boost the signal off the tracker somehow, but I'm not even sure if that's possible. I'm not sure. Doesn't seem possible if you ask me. And to think that it's supposed to be used tomorrow, I think after the case is gonna be very busy. Yeah, and very dramatic. A lot of things are gonna happen. I can't wait for that episode to come. But for now, we're gonna have to face this case. Oh boy. This is gonna be a hard one, isn't it? No evidence. Not much going for us. But for Annie, we ball. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for watching my playthrough of Trials of Innocence. And if you like what you see, stay tuned and stay awesome. Good night.